I stayed in love alone while you move on without me. I waited through the quiet. You never chose to break. Still holding every truth you never dared to make. Your silence held the answers where all the secrets hide. I gave my love to something you already cast aside. I built a home from echoes, repeating in my mind, chasing fading versions I could never quite find. But homes collapse in silence when one decides to depart. They fall without resistance from one abandoned heart. I turned your absence into signs, called each silence a design, convincing my reflection you still were somehow mine. But hope can twist what is real, distort the living proof, and I chose blind devotion instead of facing truth. You learned to breathe in peace without calling out my name. I stayed inside the fire, consumed within the flame. But flames decay to nothing with no one left to hold. And love cannot long survive when left alone in the cold. You turned into a distance I could not cross again. A quiet, buried truth wrapped tightly into pain. But truth erupts in silence when denial starts to break, revealing every fracture that lost love always take. I waited too long for you, more than time allows, still whispering to fate it might return you now. But time ignores the desperate, it never chooses stay, and love cannot outfight what keeps drifting away. You stopped returning to the place where we once chose to stand. I kept holding on to hope you'd finally understand. But hope can blur reality, distort what's in plain sight, and leave a heart abandoned inside an ending night. You found your peace in living a truth I did not know. I stayed inside the past, refusing still to let go. But peace exists in balance, where hearts are both aligned, not in a fractured ending where you are no longer mine. You turned into an ending I could not dare to face, a truth I kept resisting, still trying to erase. But endings form in silence when warmth no longer stays, no matter how we stretch them, delaying through our days. I thought forever lived in there, still breathing me and you. A promise carved in permanence I believed was true. But forever fractures quickly when two hearts separate, when one decides to live while the other chooses way. You simply stopped replying to the messages I made, I gave you everything I had, refusing just to fade. But giving without balance will break a soul apart, when only one is fighting to keep a beating heart. You walked away so freely, without a trace regret. I drowned inside the memory of everything we kept. But regret will haunt the living when love was deeply real, and I was left with all the weight of everything I feel. I kept your echo pulsing inside my aching chest, a rhythm that refused to grant my broken spirit rest. But echoes fade to silence when no one is left to hear, and time erases everything we once believed was near. You were the truth I fought hard, refusing still to see, a life that kept existing without you next to me. But truth arrives uninvited when love is fully gone, and forces shattered pieces to slowly carry on. I stayed inside a love that had been gone too long. You walked ahead so freely, like nothing had gone wrong. But staying changed the spirit, while leaving sets you free. And I was left with fragments of our fading memory. You chose your path in silence, not even saying my name. I stayed devoted endlessly, still loyal to the flame. But flames don't wait for pause. They just burn and then fall, until there's nothing left behind. No love remains at all. And now I finally see what I denied before. You were not standing still. You were already at the door. I held on to what we had, while you let everything go, and destroyed every part of me with truth I came to know. You left, but I kept continuing you.